it's really, really good to be back. And we're going to get up onto our feet because it's Wednesday, shaky, shaky day. Yeah. And put a little bit of a get up onto your feet and shake it. It makes you feel better. I love the lyrics.
Oh, good song.
Yeah. Shake it and it makes you feel better, which is true, right? Whenever we stray a little bit, whenever we aren't feeling so great, just putting on a little bit of music, dancing around, being silly helps us to shake off, let go what we don't want to take into our day, breathe in what we want to keep. So let's have a little bit of fun with it. And let's get up off that thing and shake until we feel better. Are we ready? I want to see some good old shaking.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm
What's
back.
that?
I'm back. I'm back. Get up off of that thing and dance to you feel better. Get up off of that thing and dance to you. Sing it now. Get up off of that thing and dance to you feel better. Get up off of that thing. Try to release that pressure. Get up off of that thing and shake till you feel better. Get up off of that thing and shake till. Say it now. Get up off of that thing and shake till you feel better. Get up off of that thing and try to release that pressure. Get up, up. Ha. Good God. So good.
Itself.
Ha.
Let it dance.
Everybody ready? Follow me.
Shake it till you feel better.
Get up off of that thing and shake till you feel better. Get up off of that thing and shake till you. Sing it now. Get up off of that thing and shake till you feel better. Get up off of that thing and try to release that pressure. Get up off of that thing and twist till you feel better. Get up off of that thing and shake till you. Sing it now. Get up off of that thing and shake till you feel better. Get up off of that thing and try to release that pressure.
Great shaking.
So good. Ohio players. Get into the sunshine. Check this out. Get up off of that thing and dance to make you better. Get up off of that thing. Follow me. Get up off of that thing and dance to you feel better. Get up off of that thing and try to release that pressure. So funky. I need it. That's a wiper, brother. That's a wiper. Sound good. Sound good.
All right. Feeling warm.
Good God.
I'm feeling a little
Sound good. Let me hear you say something.
shaken off the
Feel
sleepy.
good. Feel good.
Are you feeling good?
What the-
All right, my friends. Let's come to stillness. Let's reclaim our state of calm. Just letting your body be rested, grounding into your feet. Letting the breath come in and fill up. Let it flood into your lungs. Maybe with an exhale, nose or mouth, we let that breath go. A little sigh. Slowing the breath down now. Feeling that inner aliveness within your body. All cells dancing. Maybe even a little more lightness within the heart and mind. I'm grateful for this beating heart lying beneath the chest. And speaking of coming back there's this little poem to share this morning about coming back. Whenever we stray away, the important thing is that we come back. It says, you're going to lose yourself from time to time. Come back. Come back to what your heart knows, no matter how long you've been gone. Come back. You're going to lose yourself from time to time. Come back. Come back to what your heart knows, no matter how long you've been gone. Come back. So just taking your hands wherever you feel more connected. Whether it's hand on belly, both hands on heart, or just resting your arms down. But come back to that place within you. Into that home that we take wherever we go. The inner self. Beautiful. One last big breath here. Come back. Perfect. We'll drop the arms, take a deep breath in, reaching up to the sky, big full body stretch. And exhale, let's take a bow, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, let the body hang forward. Let your head drop in a little sway from side to side. Releasing the neck and shoulders. Head heavy. All right, my friends, let's drop the weight into our heels. Roll up the body one vertebra at a time. Pushing down into your feet and sweeping the arms high to the sky. Exhale, let's bring the hands to the heart. Let's get ready to wake up in some sequences, sun salutations. Breathing in the arms, reach to the sky. Exhale, let's take all the way down into our forward fold. Halfway lift on your inhale, like you're inflating to lift up. And then as you exhale, deflate as you sink into the fold. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lungs inflate, we lift halfway, spine long. Exhale, fold back in. Once more, inhale, lengthen. Feel the weight in your tippy toes. Exhale, fold back down. Good, let's step the right leg back. Great, we're just gonna do some pulses. So we sink the hips down and then we lift the hips up. Sinking the hips low and then lifting the hips up. One more time. Lift the hips up. Let's pull back to down dog. All the way back. Ribs pressing towards the thighs. Take a little march of the legs. And then we're gonna wake up the shoulders. So from our down dog, we're gonna come forward to plank. Boop. Pull the hips up and back. Press the ribs towards your thighs. Beautiful. And then we're going to come forward to plank again. Exhale. Push the hips up. Ribs towards the thighs. One more time like that. Exhaling into your plank pose. Inhale, pull the hips up and back. Let's come forward into our plank. This time we're going to lower down. So you can take an easy roll down or drop knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, open up the heart. Firm those legs into your back bend. Exhale to child's pose. Hips come back to your heels. Forehead drops. Breathing into your back body. Use this little pause to come back home. Returning again. Come back. Let's inhale, rise up all fours. Tuck the toes, exhale back into our down dog. We're gonna lift the right leg into the sky for a scissor, and you're gonna take the right foot and just put it back to the floor. We're gonna lift it back up. Inhale, scissor kick. And then take the foot back to the floor. Inhale, lift it up, scissor kick, step the foot through between the hands. Help it get there. If it gets a little shy, to the front of the mat. Sink the hips some pulses. Lower the hips and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Good. Next time we lower, use that to help get some momentum to step forward. Lengthen. Exhale, fold in again. Let's rise up. Inhale, push through your feet. Lift and rise all the way up to the sky. Exhale, the hands back to heart center. Good. Let's go round 2. Inhale, arms up. Hands high. Exhale, hands to the floor. Fold it in. 1 halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Left leg steps back. Inhale. Let's take the knee all the way to the ground this time. Inhale for our low lunge. Swing those arms forward and up. Soften the shoulders, but brighten your fingers. Open up through the arms. Let's sink into those hips. And at the same time, press down into the front foot and even into the back leg, back knee. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to exhale, come into cactus arms. And then we're going to turn to the right side. Inhale, arms come back to center. Exhale, we'll make our cactus arms turn to the left side. Ooh, as much as you can. Inhale, lift the arms straighten. Exhale to the right, twist. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, twist to the left. One more time, inhale. Try not to twist the lower body so you don't twist on your knee, just the upper body. Inhale, isolating the twist just through the upper body, shoulders and chest. Inhale, arms back to the sky. We're going to lower the hands. Ooh. We're going to step back to plank pose this time. Right foot to the left. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, sweep the chest forward and up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, push back into child's or down dog. So you can rest in child's, hips to your heels, or stretch in your down dog. Beautiful. One last breath here. If you're not in down dog, start making your way back into your down dog. And then we're going to lift and scissor kick the left leg to the sky. So we're going to inhale, lift, place the foot back down just lightly. Inhale, lift, kick. Exhale, place the foot back down. Inhale, lift, kick. We're going to swing the foot through between the hands. Help it get there if it was shy. And then lower the back knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms. Reaching up to the sky. Perfect. Tilting the pelvis up so the belly, lower belly lifts up. Tailbones down. We're going to start to twist. Exhale, we twist to the left. Cactus arms, bright wide fingers. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Not twisting the lower body. Isolate the movement through the upper body. Twist to the right. Inhaling up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale up. Exhale, pull those arms and shoulders slightly back to open the chest more. Inhaling up. Exhale, twist to the left. Ooh. Inhaling up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, we'll take it back up to the sky. Hands come to the floor. We're going to step forward. Get some length through your spine again as you step and lengthen. And then exhale, fold it in. We'll drop the weight into our heels, roll up. One vertebra at a time. Reach the arms to the sky. And exhale the hands to the heart. We'll pause here. Let's stretch out the quadriceps a little bit more. So we're going to add a balance. You can use a wall or a chair if you need to. We're going to shift our weight into our left foot. Reach back, grab hold of your right foot. Good, and then we can extend the left leg to the sky. We're coming into our quadriceps stretch. with the intention to really stretch through the hip and thigh. So pushing the hips forward and try to bring the knees a little closer together. Match the legs, match the thighs. And the more we push into the right thigh, push it forward, the more stretch we feel, lengthening up. Tailbone down. Let's take one more breath here. And then we're going to exhale, lower the hands, lower the foot. And we'll do the other side. Switching the weight, grab hold of the left foot. Inhale, right arm up to the sky. Lengthen the tailbone. Good, so we're not kicking the foot back. We're just stretching into the quadriceps. Coming back to our focus, our center, our breath. Fantastic. Take one more breath there. And then we're going to exhale, release, release the feet. Give everything a little shake and wiggle. A smile is also good. All right, let's put that into a flow now. We're going to breathe in, take the arms up to the sky. Exhale all the way down into our forward fold. Let's take a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Perfect. We'll step the right leg back. Bring that right knee down to the floor. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up to the sky. Lift through the pelvis. Front of the pelvis lifts. Beautiful. Let's take our hands together. Prayer pose. Elbows out. So you're making a straight line from elbow to elbow. We're just going to use our obliques and we're going to twist. Bring the right elbow to touch the left knee. Pause. And then we just come back to center. Exhale, we're going to twist. Right elbow touching that left knee. And then we're going to come back to center. Ooh. Now we're going to hold it, so we're going to twist. Right elbow to the left knee. Push the hands into one another, that top hand. And you can even make a fist with your right bottom hand. That left hand pushes on top of your fist. Twist and rotate the ribs a little more deeply. Sink into the hips and pick up the front of that right hip, front of the pelvis. Ooh, go deeper in the back leg if you have it. Okay, hands to the floor or your magic blocks if you have them. We're going to straighten the left leg. Give that a little break. Take some pulses. And then we're going to hold the stretch, so sinking into that leg as much as you can. Toes up to the sky. Finding our breath there. We're going to point the toes down, stretch through the top of the foot, and then flex the foot, pull the toes back up. Pointing the toes, stretching through top of the foot, and then flex the foot, pull the toes back up. One more time, point and flex. And then pull the toes back up. Beautiful. Now pause here. Right hand to the floor or to a block. We're going to start to lift the left arm open to the sky. Ooh, big rotation twist. And then take the left hand back to the floor. Inhale, open up, twist. And exhale, take the left hand back to the floor, untwist. Inhale, we're going to twist and hold it here. Holding for a few breaths. Go towards one another. Activate the inner thighs a little for more stability. And if you wanted to play with the closeness, the relationship of your right hand to your left leg, maybe it gets a little bit closer for more challenge. You can even try to bring it to the outside of that left leg for a deeper twist. It will challenge your balance though. Be mindful of that. And then let's drop the left hand, take one more bow, one more fold over the left leg. And then we're going to drop the left foot to the mat again. But this time, take it nice and wide to the edge of your mat. Your hands come on the inside. Let's just prepare this lizard's lunge by sinking the hips and lifting them a couple of times. And then we'll sink the hips and just pause there. So go really deep into that lizard's lunge. And if you have any more to go, you can come down with your forearms. And you can even bring your forearms onto blocks or even use a bolster. underneath your arms. Slow down the breath. If you want to excite that right leg a little bit more, you can tuck the toes and lift that back knee off the floor. And you hold wherever you are for 2 more breaths with ease, or at least with the intention of creating more ease. All right, my friends, let's drop the right knee down. If you're on your forearms, you can just stay on your right forearm or staying on the right arm. Left arm is going to reach up to the sky, and we're going to twist looking back behind us. 2 options here. Option 1, you just drop that left arm behind your lower back. Roll the left shoulder open. Option 2, pick up the back foot, grab hold of your foot. Good. Let's all just lean away a little bit from that left knee. Option 1, the foot stays on the floor and we're in the half bind. Option 2, we grab hold of the foot. Beautiful. Take 1 more breath here. And then exhale, return the hands to the floor. We're going to step it back into our down dog. Ooh. Inhale into your plank. Exhale, lower down, however you wish to get to the floor. Inhale, slide forward. Heart and chest open to the sky. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Or you can rest before we come into the next side for a couple more breaths. And then we're going to slowly rise as we come back up into our downward facing dog if you weren't there already. And we're going to inhale the right leg up to the sky. And here we can even bend that knee, open the hips for scorpion tail. And then we'll step the right foot through between the hands, all the way as far to the top of the mat as we can. Lower the back knee. Inhale, we'll sweep the arms up to the sky. Low lunge. Beautiful. We'll bring our hands to our heart, elbow to elbow, straight line. Use your obliques. Think of this like a little oblique side crunch. Left elbow to right knee. And then come back. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. And then come back. Inhale. Exhale. Take your twist. We're going to hold it there. Elbow to the outside of that right leg. Pushing through those hands. Remember, you can make a fist with the bottom hand. Pushing down to spin the chest. Finding your breath. Sink a little deeper. And as you sink deeper, lift that left hip up. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. Now we're going to take the hands to the floor or to your block. Pull the right hip back, those toes to the sky. Maybe we take some pulses. Body likes that little pulsy movement. Or maybe we just hold. We pause and bow. And dropping the body over the right leg. One more breath here. Perfect. And then we'll drop the right foot down onto the floor. Beautiful. And then we're going to take it to the outside edge of the mat. So you're going to heel toe wiggle the foot to the wider edge of the mat, hands on the inside. Take a moment to feel into the lizard's lunge. You can pulse the hips up and down a couple of times. And then we'll sink right into it. Drop the hips, pull the chest, heart forward. If you have any further to go, we can drop down onto the forearms. Deepening the breath here. All right. One more breath here. Pulling the spine nice and long. Now we'll take our twist. We can stay on the forearm if you're there, or stay on that left hand, but lean slightly back, away from the right knee. You're leaning open. Right arm reaches to the sky. Take a twist, looking back behind you. Pause there, maybe enough. Or we're gonna option one, take the hand behind the lower back, roll the right shoulder back, pause, enjoy. Or we lift that back leg, grab hold of the foot, open the chest, getting that beautiful quadricep stretch. Perfect. And keep breathing, keep twisting, keep opening the right shoulder. One last breath. And then we're gonna slowly release, hands back to the floor. We're gonna come forward to Malasana. So the left foot is gonna step to the outside of our left hand, and we're gonna sink the hips down. Good, open up the knees one at a time. And if you don't go all the way down, you're just gonna kind of go down as low as you can, and then up again, straightening the legs. So that's your option. If Malasana doesn't work out for you, if Malasana is working out for you, bring your hands to your heart. Pull the chest towards the thumbs, push the knees open with your elbows. Now, instead of coming up into our standing position, actually coming down to the mat. So we're gonna take our hands behind us, seat hips to the floor, pull the knees in. Beautiful. Rolling down onto our back, one vertebra at a time. Ooh. All the way to the ground. Inhale, stretch the legs, stretch the arms. And then we're gonna exhale, bring the arms and the legs back to position for bridge pose. Arms down by our side. We can wiggle a little bit, tuck those arms underneath our back. Push through your heels and inhale, we're gonna lift our hips high up to the sky. Exhale, we're gonna lower back down. Inhale, we're strengthening back body, stretching again into the top body. Exhale to lower. Let's add the arms here. Inhale, we're gonna lift up. Exhale, we're gonna lower arms and hips back to the floor. Inhale, we lift up one vertebra at a time. Exhale, we're gonna lower. I want it to get really warm back there in the tushy, so let's try to do 10 more. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhale it down. 6 more. Try not to let your knees come too close together, nor don't let them push out to the sides. Try to keep them really aligned with your hips. 4 more. Feeling some warmth back there? 2 more, last 2. And 1. But the trick is we're gonna hold this last one. Ooh, should feel spicy in your bum bum. We're gonna take our hands behind us, interlace the fingers, walk the arms underneath your back even more so you're higher up on the upper arms. Push the knuckles, fingers down to the floor. Breathe into the spicy buttocks. Keep pushing through the feet to drive the hips high. See if you can hold for 2, maybe 3 more breaths. Spiciness is good. Slow and calm the breath. Last one. Oh, and release those arms. Release the back and spine. Good. Hug the knees back in towards the chest. Rock it out. Come back. Pop. We're going to separate the knees. Nice little stretch of the inner thighs. We can make some big circles. Pull them back in. Take them out and wide. Pull them back in. One more time, out and wide. And pulling them back in. And then we're going to take the legs up to the sky. Option, the arms can just be to the floor by your side, or you can take your hands underneath the buttock. Good, I'm gonna turn to the side. We're gonna split the legs, flex your feet, take them as wide as you can into a V shape, and then squeeze the inner thighs, bring your heels together again. Lower the legs straight down as far as you can without lifting your back. Point the toes, lift the feet back up to the sky. Flex, open, as wide as you can. Engage the inner thighs and core as you pull the ankles together. And then lower the legs down as low as you can without arching the back. Point the toes, lift it all back up. Let's do a couple more. Exhale to open. Inhale, pull it all back in, ankles together. Exhale, lower, feet flex. Point the toes as you take the legs back to the sky, and you can even lift your head up. Bring your forehead to your knees. Exhale, lower head, lower the legs wide. Pull the ankles back together. Lower the legs. Point the toes, lift the legs. Maybe we lift our head. We do that all one more time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, lower the legs. Keep the core strong, back neutral. Lift the legs, point the toes, and lift the forehead. Let's drop the feet to the floor. Give everything a little rock. You can remove the hands and just take a little twist from side to side. Coming back to center, we'll drop the knees open. Soles of the feet are coming together. Soles of the feet in, knees dropping wide. Just breathing here into the inner thighs opening. If it's too much, you can take blocks underneath your thighs or even use your hands. Come back. Slow the breath. All right, let's see if we can take some rolls ups here. So it's a little hard with your knees out. If you need to, you can bring your knees back to the sky and your feet forward. Good, let's try it all that way first, and then we can try it with the knees open, see if it works for us today. We're gonna take the arms, reach them up and overhead. The trick is not to have your feet too close to your knees. We're gonna exhale, start to roll up the spine, come up to a sit-up. Good, and then we're gonna roll ourselves back. Let's do that one more time. You're gonna roll yourself up into a sit-up. Good, now option, drop the knees and then roll yourself back. So the knees are open. It's a little bit more destabilizing, meaning it's a little harder. Can you roll yourself up? Sit up nice and tall, chest lifted. Roll yourself down. If having the knees open is too difficult, straining your back too much, you're going to keep the knees pointing up to the sky. Lift the chest. Ooh, okay. We can add on if you want. As we come back up, we're going to add a forward fold. Bring your hands forward. Hold into the stretch. Inhale. And if you're coming up with your knees pointing to the sky, at the last moment, you can open your knees. And then you can take the forward fold also. See if we can do 3 more. Coming into our fold. Last 2. Building up core strength, opening the inner hips. Last 1. Rolling down with control. All the way up, lift the chest, call spine, drop the hands forward, and we're just gonna hold here. If your knees are pointing to the sky, let them drop open. If your feet are really far in front of you, maybe you can try to squeeze them a little closer to you. And vice versa, if your feet are too close and you're finding you can't really fold, bring your legs, your feet a little further out. We'll take 1 more breath there. Okay, we're gonna slowly rise, come back up, hug your knees in. Good. Give yourself a little squeeze. Wrap the arms around the knees. Pull them in tight. Relaxing those inner thighs. Then we're going to come into our last standing sequence. You might want blocks for this one. We're going to add a revolved triangle or a twisted triangle pose. And we're going to maybe add a little half moon variation with the foot. Maybe. Let's see. But you might want blocks for that. We're going to come back up into our standing forward fold. Grab your blocks, have them at the top of your mat if you're going to use them. Forward fold, we come into just releasing, head heavy. And we can drop our weight into our heels, rolling up the spine, vertebra at a time. Inhale, arms high, reaching to sky. And exhale, the hands back to heart. Pausing there. All right, get my blocks. Top of the mat they come. All right, so let's start again with our balance. So let's start with shifting our weight into the right leg, reaching back for the left foot. Right arm up to the sky, pressing the hips forward. So just getting the quadriceps stretch there again, pushing those hips forward. Maybe that feels really good and maybe that's enough. Or can you switch your grip so that you hold the inside edge, the big toe edge of your foot. If that felt okay, start to kick the foot into your hand, lift the back leg up, and then start to tilt forward gradually. Good, coming into a dancer's pose. Working on our balance, it doesn't have to be so far and extreme. Just where you come to feel challenged, where your edge is, and then work at that edge. Even if you have to come back, come back. Anytime you fall out, anytime you lose yourself, come back. All right, we're gonna slowly come back to center and just step it back for warrior two. So you're gonna take a big step with that left leg, pivoting the feet to the appropriate positions for warrior two. Send the right knee and shin forward into the lunge. Straighten the right leg, palms come to touch. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knee again, sink low. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale again, sink low, pause and hold. We're going to reverse it back. Inhale. Up and over. In exhale, we're going to take our side angle, forearm to the thigh, left arm reaches up and over the ear. Driving back into your left foot. Pushing that left hip forward a little. Let's take the half bind, left arm comes behind us. Slide the hand towards the right side of your hip or even onto the right thigh. Rolling the left shoulder back. Beautiful. Lean the heart back, chest proud. And we're going to inhale, come back into our warrior two. And we're going to cartwheel the hands down either to our blocks or to the floor. And we're going to take a step forward with the back leg. So now our hips are squared. We're in a pyramid pose. The options are that we can stay on the ball of our back foot with the back heel lifted. That can make this a little bit more stabilizing for some of us. Or you can drop the left heel like a warrior one. Just make sure you're pulling the right hip back and the left hip is steering forward to have a closed and square pelvis to the top of your mat. All right, left hand is going to stay on the block, and let's start with the hand shoulder distance. So the block of the hand right underneath your left shoulder, right hand onto the hip. And we're going to just use the obliques to twist us open, chest towards sky, and then de-twist. And come out of the twist, chest back to the floor. As you exhale, use your obliques, pull the right hip back and twist. And then exhale, coming out of that twist. Good, one more time, we're going to twist it open. And then maybe that right arm can come up to the side. Weight is equal into both of your feet. Keep playing with the weight in your feet, drawing the right hip back. Just like when we were on the ground and we brought that left hand a little bit closer, we can bring the left hand a little closer to the foot here to take that twist. You might even take the left hand to the other side. Ooh, but just go where you're comfortable. And if you fall out, if you feel like giving up, just take a moment and come back. It's not easy, challenging, easy to lose it here. Just come back. All right, we're going to take both hands to the blocks or floor. Take your bow. Fantastic. And then we're going to step the left foot to the front foot. So you're going to fold, step in. We're going to take our right leg back for a moment, just lightly touching the toes on the floor. We're going to switch. So we're going to give that right leg a little stretch. Let's bring the left block a little forward. And you're going to lift off, lifting the right leg up off the floor. Left hand again is under the left shoulder. We can take the right hand to the hip. This time start to open the pelvis. Whoa. Good. So if you're really comfortable with your half moon pose, you could try to bend both knees a little bit so it's easier to reach the back foot. We get a bit smaller and closer to the floor. Reaching the back foot, and then we can slowly start to open. Now this is a real challenging pose, so if you're not in it just yet, we did so much already here. You've already done this position several times. So you're not missing out. You can just keep the back foot lifted. Right arm to the sky. Just a possibility to explore. Take one more breath. Remember, functional yoga over aesthetic. Is it working for your body? Yeah, we're going to take the right foot back in, close to your left, and we're just going to take a bow. Folding, and you could even hold opposite elbows. You could have your hands to the floor or even your blocks and march out your legs. That's a nice way to release your hips. Whatever is going to feel best there in your body. Okay. We're going to slowly come up, push the weight down into your feet, roll up the back, roll up the spine. Inhale, a big stretch, root down, maybe even a little back bend. And exhale the hands to your heart. We have that last side to do. So we're going to shift our weight into the left foot. And we're going to bring the right foot up into the sit bone. Draw the hips forward, left arm up to the sky. So we could just stay here and get the quadriceps stretch. When we open to dancer, you lose a bit of the stretch through the quad, I feel. So if you're needing more stretch in the quadriceps, stay here. If you want to add the balance and the opening of your shoulder, hold the big toe side of the inner foot. Start to kick the foot back, lift the leg up, and then we can come forward. Playing with our center of gravity. If we come out of it, playing with our ability to come back. We all lose ourselves from time to time. And we come back. All right, beautiful. We're going to step it in. We're going to step it back into our warrior two. Bend that left leg. Reach the arms open. Inhale, left leg straightens. Palms come to touch. So back into the warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg. Palms touch. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. And then hold the exhale, hold the warrior two. Let's reverse it. Left arm up to the sky, up and over. Exhale, we're coming forward into our side angle, forearm to thigh. Right arm up and over the ear. And taking a deep stretch there. Opening the waist and the ribs. And then we'll take that right arm behind the lower back. Slide the fingers toward the left hip. Roll the shoulder back and open. Last breath. Chest proud, shoulder back. And then we'll release, coming into our warrior two again. We're going to step forward, hands to the floor. Step it forward for pyramid pose. Again, you want to feel comfortable distance with your legs. Either you're on the ball of your back foot or we spin the heel down. Just make sure your hips are squared. Right hand underneath your right shoulder. And then we're going to take our left hand to our hip. Pull the left hip back, open as you exhale into your twist. Use your obliques. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, open. And then retwist. Or close the twist. One more time, we're going to hold it. Open into the twist. We're going to release that left arm. Chest proud, leading the heart back. It's not an easy one. You are more than welcome to stay here. This is already a challenge. Keep using your obliques. Or change the relationship with the right hand and left foot. Maybe they're getting a little closer. Or maybe that right hand is going to even move beyond that left foot. Can you keep the chest lifted long through the spine, the breath calm? Oh, well done, my friends. We're going to take the hands back to the blocks or to the floor. And then we're going to step in, right foot to left. Take your bow. Wiggle it out. And then we're going to step the left leg back, toes light on the floor. Right hand is going to come forward. We're going to shift the weight into the right leg. Start to turn your left foot towards the left side of the mat. Open the hip. Bring the left hand onto the hip, working into a half moon pose. Squeeze the right buttock. That's why I was trying to wake it up earlier in the bridge poses. So it would be nice and strong for us here. Engage the glutes. Left arm reaching up to the sky. If you wanted to add the back leg, it's an option there for you to bend both knees, try to reach for the foot. Now, only if you've had a strong balance, I would add that because it's going to destabilize you for a moment. And then we see if we can find our stability again. Or just hold the half moon for one more breath. Amazing job. And we're going to release it. We're going to come out. Let's turn to the long edge of the mat, standing up. We're going to turn our toes in, turn our heels out. Take a deep breath, lift our heart to the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to take our both hands to the ground, letting our head drop. Activate the arches of your feet, lifting up through those sit bones as we fold a little deeper. Let's turn the toes out, turn the heels in. And we're just going to swish side to side. So if we turn the toes out and the heels in, we can get into those inner hips a little bit. And if you have the ability to sink all the way down into it, by all means, or just keep your hips high, switching over from side to side. Good. One more in both directions. That's it. And then we're going to come back towards the top of the mat. We're going to do a little pivot and spin. Step it back into your down dog. Now, some of us are going to come onto our back and just stretch your hips out there on your back, safer for your knees. Or some of us are going to come into our pigeon. Let's take the right leg up to the sky. A little scissor dog here. And then we'll take the right knee to the outside of the right wrist. Foot and shin go across the mat. And we'll slide the left leg back. Beautiful. Lowering down. Taking your fold, forehead down to the ground. And taking your sweet time here. Breathing into the release into your hip. If you're on your back, thread the needle or even the Gomukhasana. Whatever's going to give you a nice stretch and release. After that spicy practice. And if you want to add a twist on for the last couple of moments, if you're on your back, you can just drop your legs over to the left side as you twist your upper body to the right. If you're in pigeon, you can come onto the left forearm, bring the right hand to the thigh and just push into the thigh and the forearm to lift up and twist. Sometimes it's nice to reach the back arm around the lower back, holding onto the foot, drawing the arm back. Deep and slow breath. And then we'll unravel wherever you are, reset, coming to release before you do the other side. So if you're in pigeon, that might mean lifting up, marching out the legs, resetting, maybe taking that scorpion pose on the other side. Ooh, and it's scorpion pose twice on one leg, so we didn't do any on this side yet. So you might even hold it for a little longer, just to be balanced and even. And then we'll take the left knee to the left wrist. Then shin go across the mat, slide it back and down, lower, down, and settle. Settle, release. Deepening the breath. And coming back, using this as an opportunity to come back. And then we can add a twist at the end. Again, if you're in pigeon, first support yourself on the forearm and that left hand on the thigh and just take that twist. Grow out of the spine. Open, maybe that's enough. Maybe we can wrap the arm. I didn't give the option last time, but you could have reached for your foot there and added a quadricep stretch if you're in pigeon. I didn't give that option last time, but you can always go back if you wanted to take it. One more breath here. And wherever you are, just coming out of that, however you need to, release it, move it, shake it, roll it, rock it. And then we'll all eventually come back and come back to how we began in our seat. And as you arrive in your seat, if there's any last moment wiggles or movements or releasing that you need to do, whether it's in the neck, the shoulders, or the spine. And then as the body settles, perhaps closing the eyes and coming back to center, to that beautiful space within. And coming back. What does it feel like when you arrive there again? What does it feel like when you come back home? We all lose ourselves from time to time. The important thing is, can we come back? Come back. We'll take a big sweep of the arms up to the sky. And as we exhale, bring our hands down to our chest, giving ourselves a bow. And thank you so much for your practice. So beautiful to see you all here. Practicing again, getting onto your mat. Give yourself a little round of applause. It was so much easier just to stay in bed, and you didn't do that. You got here to your mat.